All right, welcome to our live coverage of the Democracy Cup. I don't know how it's so noisy here on the day that many felt it's just a friendly match, but believe you me, the fans here are not taking it as such, and the players are not taking it as a friendly. And very soon we'll find out why this is more than just a friendly game. But the purpose of this, obviously, is to educate the masses. We are in a very important, critical year. It's an election year. It is important that we unite. And as you can see, I'm sporting Hearts of Oak on one side and Kotoko on the other. But the team I support, only me and my God knows. But anyway, welcome to our live coverage, and there'll be a lot to talk about between now and kickoff. I'm at pitch side with two gentlemen who will be helping us as well. They've been here since the afternoon, so it'll be good to get their views. And we'll also hear from the two coaches on what they have lined up for today. It's very interesting to see how the two sides have lined up some of their new signings, which the fans are here to witness. But first, Felix Romark is here, and so too Francis Agboyebo, aka Blage. Gentlemen, I think even by Hearts Kotoko standards, this is very, very intense.
Yeah, it's intense. You know, with Hearts of Oak and Kumasi Asante Kotoko, there is nothing like a friendly game. So far as there's a trophy at stake, and there's something that you can take like a positive from the game. You know, the two set of fans were not happy with the performance of the two teams across the division in terms of the Ghana Premier League in the just ended season. So the two teams want to start this preseason match very well and win it to appease their teaming fans because they are not happy. And right before the warm-up, you could tell how some of the supporters of the Hearts of Oak team were yelling at the players that this is not a friendly match. It is a proper game. We treat it like a league game, and that is how intense the rivalry has been to pre-curtain raiser to this particular game here at the Accra Sports Stadium, Yao.
Yeah, Felix, definitely. It's a good vibe. The parliamentarians got the ball rolling. They did well. They really, gingered up the fans.
Impressive. I was surprised, the kind of football they played. But then, I think that the whole idea of a democracy cup, it's in the right direction, and it's good to have Hearts of Oak and Kotoko, two of the biggest clubs in terms of crowd, in terms of achievements, playing the first edition of this particular game. And also, I think that for a competition that is in its inception, you'd want to see the best, or the biggest clubs in Ghana, play in this particular competition. And we know that when these two bitter rivals are playing, there's nothing like friendly matches. So you look at the lineup, even I'm sure we'll come back to that. You see how, strong both teams have put up a very strong lineup to win this particular trophy. And for Hearts of Oak, you could see when they were entering the pitch that there's a lot of revenge mission in their minds because they've lost 2 league games to Kumasi Asante Kotoko in the just ended Ghana Premier League season. So they want to revenge that, and probably Kotoko themselves, because anytime there's a new trophy, Hearts of Oak find a way to win it. And Kotoko probably also want to revenge and win a very new trophy with this particular one.
Yep. Is it going to be repeat third win in the calendar year for Asante Kotoko or revenge? Coaches are ready. We'll be talking to the coaches in just a minute, and we'll find out exactly what this means. We know that Prosper Ogun is recuperating and he's watching us from wherever he is. But I have with me my good friend Coach Ouattara. Coach, as you say, bonsoir, ça va? Ah oui, merci beaucoup. Ah oui, merci beaucoup. Anyway, Coach, it's good to see you, looking good. I hope you've had time to rest a little bit because the pressure, which me I rested, have you rested a bit?
If you are coaching the team like us, the pressure is every minute, every second. It's normal. But when we see all these people who are following the team, it's normal. The pressure is there. We are working with that. If you don't have pressure, we can't work well.
That's right. It was a very poor season for Kotoko, poor season for Hearts. But I just feel that both of you are eager to come back and say, you know what, let's put the league season aside. Yemfa last season in China, let's go again. And I've seen that your side, look, very impressive lineup you've put out here today, Coach.
Oh, season it's a book. Watch what but unfortunately, us and Kotoko, we had a bad shape over that 2 or 3 years. But I think we are trying to come up. Normal, say, it's about junior about the future.
Okay.
Very important. But you find mistakes. correct for the future.
Yo.
C'est rien faire mistake the past mistakes non. Il toi souya c'est rien que ça on tient c'est massif.
Coach, but I said, we say, oh boys, no more come back into dressing room team. Thank you so much, and we'll see you soon. Coach Ouattara, obviously, you know he coached Kotoko before as well, so yeah, then a rapid tree kakai there free. Coach Prosper Ogun is recuperating, but who better than the man who has coached Hearts of Oak and is with Asante Kotoko, Coach Okulu himself. Coach, I hope you can hear me. There's so much noise here.
Yes, if you can come and sir.
Yeah, I was just asking Coach Ouattara that he's looking very good, but you're also looking so specky. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
That's what's going on, man. I like that. Let's talk about football.
All right.
Have you had time to rest at all?
Oh, no. No rest because of the democracy.
Right.
Because we see it as a very laudable initiative. So we have to put in everything. So no rest.
Kotoko, you've been in the news a lot, much more than Hearts of Oak.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, the beginning was all about, you know, those who are out, those who are out, those who are out. Is there stability back in the side? You know, I mean, is Kotoko back on? And this match, is it one match too early for Kotoko? Is it a bit too early?
No, it's not too early. I think we've done a good recruitment, and you see it in the match. We are well prepared for this match.
And then very finally, because your boys are going back into the dressing room, what do you think about the atmosphere? Say something about the whole vibe, the parliamentarians, the musicians, the black ex-players, and the media. Everybody's here.
This is great. This is great. I think we are bringing back the love, and this is marvelous. We should continue
Awesome.
this like this.
Thank you very much, Coach. All the best. Coach Oklu there, obviously, just as Coach Ouattara on the other side. They're looking forward to what will be a really intense game. Not much in terms of, you know, tactics and lineup, but definitely when the game starts, Hearts fans who see the new players have signed, and likewise Asante Kotoko would also have a glimpse of the players they have signed. Guys, two coaches, they are both ready, but I was asking Coach Okulu that with him, a lot of the early news was very negative about Kotoko doing an inside house cleansing, but it looks like they've now settled and the family unit is back on track.
Yeah, you know, with Kumasi Asante Kotoko, they've always been like this. But when they mean business, they always manage to put their house in order. And you can't deny the fact that some of the players that they brought on board, they are exciting players. And such players, they will always get the team gelling better, playing better. And it's the Kotoko way of playing football. That is what the fans want. So sometimes the Picasso, you've got to destroy it to rebuild it from the scratch to get it functioning properly again. And I think with the kind of recruitment they've done, they've gotten their men. Even though they are still in the process, but I think for now, they've gotten about 60 to 70% of their replacement properly.
Right. And you know, Kotoko are also intending on going on a European tour, so this will be the precursor. A lot of their fans are watching. I saw a lady out there selling where she said she came all the way from Kumasi, the Hearts, paraphernalia. You see the tertiary, Kotoko tertiary, the Phobians are also here, the parliamentarians are all around. It's almost perfect.
Yeah, of course. And when you have the two of the biggest clubs in the country, coming together, definitely on a midweek like this, you see the crowd coming out to support or watch this game. And yeah, coming back from a season where it hadn't been good for both teams, I think that they want to appease their fans and tell them, you know what, we are winning this trophy for you because we had a bad season. And for the new players that are coming in to join these two clubs, I look at the lineup. Kotoko have, Elvis Sheba for Emmanuel Entry starting, Asmat Abdul Amidu, the chap they got from Sudan, also starting. They will have a feel before the actual season starts how it is to play, Accra Hearts of Oak. For Hearts of Oak, they have also bought some players from Nations FC. Ifriye Boateng scored 11 goals for Nations. He will also have a feel of playing in a huge game for Hearts of Oak against Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Though preseason hasn't started for both clubs, I think that it will be good for both coaches and the players to have a feel of what it takes to wear the jerseys of these two great clubs.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. And obviously, the look and feel, how are the players? This is the big game to start, to be outdoored in. Yeah. But why not? If you have a good game, that's it. That's a really big advantage for the season. If you don't, then you know what work you have to do.
Yeah, you know, as a player, the moment you walk through the door of Kumasi Asante Kotoko or Accra Hearts of Folk, you've got to see the writing on the wall. These are matches that you've got to earn your paycheck. It's the biggest match on the local calendar, make no mistake about it. And for you to stake a claim and be like a darling boy of the fans, you've got to step onto the pitch in these games and play your A game, your best game in the jersey. That is what will unveil it to the players. And they can't have it. They can't have a better opportunity than this evening's game to be able to unveil themselves properly to the team. And if you look at Accra Hearts of Folk, look at the team sheet that they put out this evening, Yao. That tells you that they are not taking the game lightly. In post, they have Kwesi Nketia, Ampedu Michel, Dennis Kosa, Michael Ewua, Kevin Oseasibe is back into the team. Upon Afrani, Kasim Cisse, Rafael Amponsa, Efrie Asamoah, Martin Kakari, and Hamza Issa, the top scorer of the team in the league. That tells you that solid starting 11.
Solid. This is a cup winning team. But Felix, I mean, the temptation also is that it could be one game too early. I mean, fantastic lineup, no doubt about it. And for Hearts, losing to Kotoko twice in the season, they seem the more hungry. I've seen them, and you heard their fans and their key supporters. This is not a friendly match
at all. And yeah, you could see from the lineup of Kumasi Asante Kotoko, Frederick Asari, Asmat Abdul Hamid, the chap from Sudan. You have Justice Blaze, Samba O'Neill, another player that they brought in, during the transfer window. Bernard Somoa, Elvis Cheba for the former Liberty, professional player. He played in Tunisia as well for Somalman. So you look at, and then Emmanuel Entry, the great Olympics player who signed just last week. They have Baba Yara Andrews in team, Peter Amidou, and then Emmanuel Kote. This is a very strong lineup. At least only 4 of these players did not play in the games in the Premier League. I'm sure Kotoko will want to build on that win against Hearts of Folk when they won the last game with the player at Babara Sports Stadium. But Hearts of Folk will also say, you know what, the 2 games you beat us was in Kumasi.
Yeah.
Now this game is in Accra.
Right.
We want you to have a feel of what it takes to play in Accra.
And the Kotoko fans, they want to have a look at the Sudanese. And for him, this is a baptism. I don't know how. This is Ghana football. Welcome. It could go his way, it might not, but this is why we're all here to witness what should be a great game.
And yeah, you know one thing, for players that are yet to sign for this club, I'm sure maybe whoever gets to win will have an upper hand in the transfer.
Yeah, for sure. If you look at this name, it tells you the earlier assumption I had from majority of the Phobian fans is they believe that whenever they don't even play well and it's a cup match against Kumasi Asante Kotoko, they have that mental fortitude and they have the bragging right over Kotoko, because in the President's Cup, the past 2 editions that they played here at Accra Sports Stadium, they managed to beat Kumasi Asante Kotoko. So they said whatever their form has been in the league itself, they don't care. So far as it's a trophy, it's a one-off game, and they are here to play their best, and they are here to beat Kumasi Asante Kotoko themselves. Have that feel-good factor that we've beaten you back-to-back in the league, and we want to get that 3rd one over you in the same season. It will be tough. It will never be a friendly game here at Accra Sports, and when the referee blew her whistle for the commencement of the game, they will really have a crack at each other over 90 minutes.
And yeah, you know one thing, you look at Kumasi Asante Kotoko, they've sacked a lot of players this season. So for the players that are getting to stay, they need to prove to the coach that I made the right decision by not offloading you. If you are here, show me the reason why you should be playing for Kumasi Asante Kotoko.
Prosper Ogun will be watching from Cape Coast or wherever he is, keeping a close eye. And perhaps it might be a blessing in disguise, because he won't be at pitch side where he'll be distracted by, he would have a bird's eye view, and maybe he's even going to have an advantage watching his team from home. But, coach, wherever you are, we wish you a speedy recovery, and hopefully Kotoko will also get their act together. Let's talk about the fans and the atmosphere, the parliamentarians. They've done absolutely well. We need to give them kudos. We always bash them. I should use that word. Everybody understands. We bash the parliamentarians, our, MPs and politicians, but this is something that they've all come together to do. I had a word with, the Speaker of Parliament not long ago, and I just love the enthusiasm and the spark in his eye, just being here and getting involved.
And yeah, it's one thing for them to know that if for nothing at all, we are in an election year, you see people united, different colors, coming from different walks of life, coming here to watch a football game. It is imperative for them to know that they hold the responsibility of giving Ghanaians a very peaceful election. We want to come back after election year to enjoy our football, and the responsibility lies in them to make sure that they are giving us a very peaceful election. This is a democratic cup. We are a democratic nation, and we want to see that reflect in the things that they do.
No doubt about that. I'm pitch side with Felix Romac and Francis Agboigbo Blackgates. Of course, if you've been watching Star Times, Ghana Premier League, very notable voices and faces there. And hopefully when the season starts proper, they'll be joining us again. The two sides will be coming out very shortly, and the usual pomp and pageantry and what they need to do has to go along. But let's turn something negative into a positive. Last game of last season had a very negative vibe about it. You and I know, we cannot deny it. This could change all of that so that we put the positivity back in our game.
Yeah, definitely. This could change that. And you know, matches like this, there is nothing like the negativity we saw around the league. It will be played with competitive nature. The two teams will have a crack at each other, and they will be ready to do the needful to serve the fans what they are in here for. Beautiful football, goals, and the patterns. That's the most important thing. That's what we love our game for. When it is Asante Kotoko, everything comes to a standstill, be it in Kumasi or in Accra or across the country. And I know this evening, the entire country will come to a standstill because there are no competitive games at premium range to rival this particular game this evening across the world. So people will watch this, and I am very positive that the two teams will bring their A game on board and serve us something brilliant and fantastic this evening at Accra Sports Stadium.
Yeah, Felix, and you know, after this Sunday, we are heading to Qatar, Ghana versus Ivory Coast. So that's another game that, God willing, will be showing, and it's a very busy weekend, and that's the beach soccer. We'll talk about that towards the end. Let's also talk about Coach Ouattara. Obviously, he's been confirmed. He's going to stay for the season. And his opposite number looks like Prosper Ogun will also be the coach for the upcoming season.
Well, yeah, one thing any football club will need is consistency. So for both teams to maintain the same coach means that they will want to have the team together, impart the knowledge on them, work on the things that did not work for them last season. For Coach Ouattara, he's going to get opportunity of starting pre-season with this House of Folk team, and that is a huge plus for them. We all saw the Phobian team. I don't think technically they had a problem. The problem was the psychological effect of the players. They didn't play very, very well. He will want to fix those things in pre-season, and probably from this game, he will want to correct the two mistakes he made in the game that they lost to Kumasi Asante Kotoko. So for consistency, it is good that these coaches get to be with the team, train with the team, have pre-season with the team, and come back again, correct the mistakes they made last season, and probably win the league next season.
Yeah, and let's talk about the defending, the new champions. You know, Samatex. Let's talk about their performance. Let's talk about the way Accra Lions, for example, you know, Berekum Chelsea, they all did remarkably well. They're watching. They'll be watching to see what is up for them next season. Midiama Stadium will be ready. They'll be wanting to come back and take their title.
Yeah, Midiama will have the freshest venue in the league, and I'm so excited about that for them based on the kind of football and project they have there in Takwa. Then you look at Samatex in Centre. It's a club that's been run on a tight budget. They know the caliber of people that they want to run the club with. They know the kind of the brand of football they want to play. And they recruited wisely from the Division 1 last season to augment the strength of the team. The only shocking thing was the fact that they couldn't manage to tie down Emmanuel Kayeke to the club. He left them to Tanzania just at the end of the season because he's the heartbeat of the team. He connects the team properly. So for him to go, I think it's a minus. But hey, they know exactly what they want. They know the project. They are going back into Africa, and they know the caliber, the profile of players that they need to get on board to be able to get the team gelling and playing properly.
Some of the players are coming through. I look at the Kotoko, they have a lot of youngsters still. A lot of young players, you know, coming out of school and what have you. Prosper Ogun has that template. But you'll be thinking that last season, maybe it didn't quite work out. He'll be going for more experienced players.
Well, yeah, if you quite remember last season, we had the term political players. And that was from Dr. Prosper Nate Ogun, where he thought that there was a political faction within his team. So I'm sure that he being a psychologist, he wants to have a lot of youth in the team. But we shouldn't also forget that there's still Justice Play, there is still Frederick Asari, because you need a bit of leadership, you need a bit of maturity. And that is why you have a couple of the guys who are probably into their late 30s still in the team. But trust me, come next season, you are going to have a very youthful Kumasi Asante Kotoko team.
All right, guys, we're about 10 minutes away. Predictions, or let's just enjoy a friendly match, which is not going to be so friendly.
Yeah, make no mistake, this is not a friendly game. There is a cap, there is money at stake, and there's a place to go out there to play against DC United in America.
Yep,
and that will serve as a in terms of branding, it exposed any of the teams that will play in America. And in terms of scouting, some of the players that will make the journey will also be on the transfer market, and scouts will have a look at them. Who knows, any of them out of that game can land a lucrative contract out there. But the most important thing here is the fans are here in their numbers. They expect a competitive game, and they expect the players to step up to the plate and play their best game for them to entertain them as well. So yeah, it's never a friendly game, and don't expect to see a friendly game between Hearts of Oak and Kumasi.
We have 1 minute. We have 1 minute.
We shouldn't forget that the winner gets to play DC United in the United States. So it is a huge game, and I'm sure both Kotoko and us would want to continue their preseason in the United States.
Guys, give me your microphones. By popular demand, they want to see you dance. So do something. No, do something. I took you off. Thank you very much. All right, so we're going to hand over to commentary very shortly. And Nana Dakwa, JC, and Josiah Okokwe. We have the whole team here. Mutalaya Kubu and Nana Edu Brago as well. So let's get ready for action. And guys, over to you.